moonlight has begun. You were summoned from different corners of the world to come to this one city, small in the grand scheme of things, but large in its purpose. The Kine don't know what lurks in their dark corners, but you do, as you are one of them. You live under the moonlight, thrive on the world's vitae, and venture in secrecy. All was fine for some. For others, a new experience that may become more. But now, you realize that is no longer the case. A letter was given to you, a beautiful letter made with paper parchment with crushed roses and wildflowers, written with a foreboding message, telling you to come to New York. Those who lived in New York know of the horrible things that have been happening. Others who don't only know that the Camarilla don't summon those for just any reason. As Rein stole a car from a man just trying to get a tank of gas, Rochelle rushing to get her meals for the next few days, Casimir and Essence had their own interesting affairs. A priest rode a train and was being followed by a couple strange men, and an influencer was attacked by someone dubbed the Next Ripper. Were those events connected, or is something else afoot? All of you were told to meet up at one place, the Peninsula. The one to greet you was a young human, angry and snobbish, named Abbey. But then, you met the hotel's owner and manager, the exact opposite, Laurent, who is ready to help you at a moment's whim and notice. With your rooms assigned, you've been given the rest of the night to do as you please. Within reason, of course.
We gotta play.
We must. After all, you guys are getting all well rested in this lovely hotel after your long journey. Whether traveling by train, stealing cars, or already living in the Big Apple, you all wound up and are now relaxing, being very well taken care of by a very attentive hotel manager by the name of Alan.
Love my man.
So Alan takes care of you. He's moving back and forth, trying to make sure not only his current guests, but also his very special guests are well taken care of. So at this time, as you're congregating and relaxing, basically getting to know each other, you are quite aware of now how serious this is all becoming, what these letters that you've just received are beginning to mean. From hearing about New York's the Jack the Ripper, version of the Jack the Ripper, to now seeing and experiencing some of the effects of it, it's all becoming very abundantly clear. There's more that meets the eye. There's more going on than what you think. And as you're settling down, going back to your rooms, it's all going quiet. Some of the human occupants, the mortal occupants, have taken to the rooms. They're very well rested. But you're still all wide awake. You're still deciding, before the sun rises, is there anything else you need to do? Or are you noticing anything around you?
Well, if everybody else is kind of doing their own thing, I am gonna go try and find Alan, if that's alright.
Go ahead.
What you gonna do with Alan?
It takes you a couple of minutes, but with the ease and quiet hour, nobody's really around you. You just kind of find him rushing back and forth, quietly doing his own thing, before he takes notice of you. Oh! I didn't realize you were out. Like, we got a couple of hours before sunrise. Is there anything I can help you with?
Yes, Alan, I wanted to apologize for earlier. The candles, that was me. I'm sorry.
Yes.
It's very different here than the church.
Yes. Where were you? Where were you from?
Mexico.
I see. I didn't know that the church left their candles on the floor, though. I assumed they would be on their altars.
The walls and everything are stone.
Not on carpet.
Yes, it's very different here. I wanted to know if you know an easy way for me to get to your... There is, I'm here supposed to be on missionary work as well. I'm supposed to be going to the Divine Church.
Yes, we have... It's not as common, but I think... Right. I believe we have one pretty close to us. What was it? The St. John. Yes, the Cathedral of St. John the Divine. It's nearby. They should be able to help you. As they have... Right. I believe one kindred resides there that should be able to help you.
Alright. I want to apologize. I'm very sorry.
I accept your apology. And I presume everything got cleaned up?
Best abilities. If you need any more help, though, later, just...
I'll be sure to do my best to accommodate to what you also need to do. If you need any more candles and any more candle holders, please let me know.
Oh, candle holders. Those would be fantastic. Yes, that would definitely help out. For next time.
Yes.
I'm gonna have Casimir. They're going to the church.
Okay.
Church, thanks.
Alrighty. As Casimir goes off, it'll take you about, with your speed and with the ease of it, about 20-30 minutes to get there, so you have enough time to get there, quickly do what you need to do, and get back before sunrise.
Alright.
Did she get a dog?
Yes. Yes, she did.
Can I say she had a little nibble?
Yes.
Nibble.
Yep. It's enough to restore one of your hunger.
Well, did Essence receive her bags from Isaac?
So for this one, it takes him a little bit longer to get it to you, but he gets it to you just before the sun rises.
Hell yeah. When he delivers the bags, she's like, you know the drill, and like, gonna feed off of him.
He understands.
He likes it.
Do you have him feed anywhere in particular?
She usually does wrists.
Okay. So for him, he gives a single nod, rolls up his sleeve, offers his wrist.
Yeah. She digs on in. Hell yeah. Nice buffet tonight.
Despite how many times you two have done this, it still doesn't get any easier. He does his best to not flinch, but you can tell just that momentary jump where he recomposes himself and allows you to feed.
She doesn't do much talking. She's like mouthful deep in there.
Just like,
She's just like in there enjoying it. And he loves to hide from it.
oh, he's certain. He won't admit it. He won't admit it.
He won't admit it, but he loves it. Got a little kink going on.
We don't kink shame.
No kink shame in here. That's why she likes.
No
That's why she
kink
keeps him around.
This is a safe space.
This is a safe space, everyone. Safe space.
Safe space.
It's like somebody can steal cars. I can steal blood from a fan.
Alright, so you fed, Sam fed. Rochelle, did you just feed?
Yeah, Rochelle, she fed from the bags that she stole.
Okay. In the hospital, you stole 3 of them?
Yep.
Okay.
We all kind of interrupted that feeding because we kind of busted into Rochelle's room.
Alright.
You had your soul searching moments with each other.
Oh, yeah. It was a nice bonding experience.
Nice instant
Talk about
bonding.
Airs.
And cuddle, you fed, right?
Yeah, I drank before I left my altar.
Okay. Alrighty. And Rochelle, was there anything you needed to do?
I don't believe so, because in last session, she had messaged her mom to let her know that she was staying over at a friend's house, so she's just basically going to sleep.
Okay. And as you're going to sleep, you do get a couple of things from your phone. One would be, okay, which friend, just so I know where you are in case if something happens. Keep me posted. I love you.
Oh.
Aww.
Alright. And cuddle. So you made it to the church.
Okay. I'm gonna look for Sister Sophia.
Oh.
Miss Sophie.
Sister Sophia.
Alrighty. You find her kneeling at the altar, just finishing the last of the candles, and she's just about to light up some incense. When she momentarily pauses, she doesn't glance up at you, but you can tell just a light tilt of the head. She knows someone's behind her. She goes quiet for just a moment before her shoulders relax. May I help you?
Good evening. I'm gonna have him slowly approach her and just kind of like bow his head a little. Good evening, sister. It's Father Casimir.
Huh. I thought you'd be back. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Alrighty. You do know your time is almost up, right?
Like, being out or like being with her?
Being out.
Okay. Alright. It's almost daylight. Do you think, sister, that I could maybe stay somewhere here tonight so we can continue another time, or I can get as much time in with you as I can?
How do you fare under day's light?
That I don't know. That I might have to look at.
Okay. Look at you very oddly at your unusual request. But she sighs, shakes her head, and gestures towards the confessional. If anyone does happen to show up, they're your responsibility.
Of course, my sister. I would have it no other way.
Let us give you some of your reading material gathered. That way you can study, at least get an idea of how to perform your next abilities before the sun does rise. She rises to her feet, dusts herself off, and folds her hands. Gestures to you to follow her along towards their library.
Now I'm gonna follow.
As you go in there, you find that there, wall-to-ceiling books everywhere. Books from, some of them are very, very old. Some of them a couple hundred years old. By the looks of it, one or two seem to be a little bit older than that, but not by much. And you can tell like what takes up the majority of these bookshelves are relatively more modern works. Some of them basically used to replace the older ones as they age, to keep them preserved as best as they can. Sophie glances around for a minute, runs her hand just along the spines of the books. No. That one. Takes one, moves to the next shelf. Looking, she looks. She'll pull one more out. She'll hand the two books off to you. These two should help you get started. And if you happen to understand the bare minimum, I'll give you some more.
Thank you, sister, for taking the time to do this for me.
The pleasure's mine.
I did have another question. Have you noticed anything strange with the younger kindred here? I'm having trouble trying to connect with my current coterie that I'm supposed to be working with. I don't know if it's a lack of culture or age. Maybe there's something you can do, or maybe you have a book about... They were talking about this thing called Twilight. I don't exactly know what it is, but like, I just want to be able to understand or make some sort of connection with them.
She's trying to keep her composure. At first, she has this very graceful, stoic, ready to prepare herself for comforting, assuring you that it will all be well. It just takes time to learn to socialize. But then, when you mention Twilight, she immediately just pauses mid-sentence, Well, Twilight, um, I don't know if that's quite the route you wish to go with. But, where? She wanders around the library for a moment. She pulls open one of the drawers. She manages to pull out a very well-loved copy of Twilight and hands it off to you.
Thank you, sister. I will take good care of this, and hopefully this will help me sort of understand them a little bit more. Maybe you have any advice? They're all, younger females, and I'm not quite sure I'm giving the right approach. Maybe I'm doing something wrong.
She places her hand on the Twilight book for a second. Take this with a grain of salt. I would say the best approach, the best way I can possibly advise you, patience and understanding go a long way. One little step at a time, especially with the younger. We're here to guide them, as they are here to help us learn and grow with this ever-developing age.
Of course, sister. And he's going to say thank you and go to the confessional box with his books
Okay.
and do his thing.
Okay.
It's like, do his thing.
Which book do you begin with first?
I am going to start with my actual work. I'm going to put Twilight on hold, but I'm going to do work first.
Okay. Alright. As you finish getting settled in, the sun begins to rise, and Sister Sophie does her best to make sure any extra holes in the box are well covered, to make it look as natural, presentable as possible. Make it look less conspicuous and suspicious to any of the now more human mortal priests and fathers and cleriges that are coming in, to make it more, while you get some strange looks from tourists and passerbys, they don't question it. They go, oh, okay, before moving on. Now, as you finish your rest, the hours tickle by. Some of you occasionally are roused from your sleep. The younger, particularly you, Rochelle, still getting used to sleeping during the day, are hearing some of the housekeepers cleaning and bumping around, the sounds of traffic. While not as much as you would expect, you'll still get that occasional blaring horn, the mortals bickering over who cut off who. And just before you think you're able to finally rest and relax again, you get a knock on the door from Alan. Let you all know the sun has gone down. You may come out as you please. With you, Cuddle, Sophie will gently knock, letting you know also it's safe to come out before she moves on to do her daily chores. What shall we all do?
Well, I want to say goodbye to Sophie if I can, and then take my books and go back to the hotel, if it's all right with Sister Sophie, if I can take the books with me.
Take care of that one. Place your hand on Twilight. I become rather fond of it.
He's gonna put his hand over top of her hand and be like, I promise you, I will let no harm come to this book. Just like intently like focused on what is going on in this book.
Thank
He's
you.
like,
New task unlocked. Protect Twilight.
And just before you leave, she places her hand on yours. You must tell me, Jacob or Edward. She lets you go and then walks off.
Rein's gonna take a stroll downstairs. She feels being inside is a little too much, and she grabbed a pair of cigarettes with her. She's gonna make her way over to the smoking area. Either we have a bar, do we have what up there?
We do have a bar that's upstairs. That one. Let's see. That one would be the rooftop bar. And when you go up, there's one little section that has that little designated smoking area. Like, no one seems to be occupying it there at this time. Mostly, since it's pretty early on in the evening, most of the patrons and most of the guests are congregated into the bars themselves. So you have plenty of space.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna have a smoke.
Go ahead and make an intelligence plus awareness.
Okay.
Be alerted.
Ooh. Okay, 3. I did that incorrect.
Let's see, how many dice was your intelligence?
I have 2, and then I have 1 awareness.
Perfect.
3 dice. I did a 3d10.
Okay. And did you manage?
I got a 5. I got a 5 on one. I got a 3 on the other one, and I got another 3.
Equals 11.
Okay. So you're having your cigarettes, you're relaxing, you're taking in the evening, the traffic's going by, and while you would expect like the outside to smell like just festering with city, you know, that very distinct stench that accompanies with from trash to just people, just the oils and just the overall odor. It's completely washed away by the scents provided by the Peninsula and the rooftop bar. while it may not be appetizing to you now, but years ago, that smell that wafted just past your senses just completely overwhelms you in the best way. Nice and fresh food and drinks, and even occasionally, while not appetizing to you, the sweet smell of patrons enjoying themselves, dancing, talking, and chatting, and just enjoying their evening. At this moment, Alan does happen to wander by, and he seems very occupied with what's going on his phone. He does take notice of you. Oh, Miss Rein, I hope you enjoyed your stay last night.
I did, honey. Thank you for asking.
Is the room to your liking? Your accommodations up to par?
Very up to par. I hope you don't mind. I put the little fella in its cage.
Not at all. Not at all. Did you need any more while we have the opportunity?
Later, yes.
Okay. Okay. So, as he finishes, nods, just let me know if you need anything. I'm going to be helping Liam for a while. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much, Elle.
Thank you. And he goes off and right into the bar itself. Rochelle, is there anything you were wanting to do?
Well, she didn't sleep too good during the day. She's kind of tired. I'm gonna have her try and find a cup of coffee.
So, there are 2 bars, or 2 little restaurant areas, and you have the bar that is upstairs, and then you have just the normal restaurant that's on the 2nd level, where it's just primarily the food, the drinks, and there are still some patrons in there, but they're more preoccupied with what's going on over there. As you stumble in, still exhausted, drowsy, your flannel just thrown right on over, wrapping yourself up like it's a little mini robe. Just take it in. You get a little bit excited at the activity that's going on, especially by the stumbling waitress zipping between tables, making sure all of her guests and patrons are taken care of before she notices you. Oh, geez, I'm sorry. Can I get you a table?
No, I just came down here to grab a cup of coffee. That's it.
Okay, go ahead and sit right at the little coffee bar. I'll get to you as soon as I'm finished with this table.
Okay, thank you.
So you go and sit down, and you can see, like, she looks very overwhelmed, but she's handling it very gracefully, very well. Finishes one table, gets them all cleared off, gets to the next table, finishes giving them their drinks before she finally gets to you. You said you just needed a coffee?
Yeah, just a coffee with cream and sugar.
Cream and sugar. What kind of creamer?
Any kind.
Oh, okay. You prefer with, like, you prefer, like, I assume with sugar. You prefer, like, any sweet creamer?
Sure.
Oh, okay. I'll see what we have real quick, and then I'll give you what I think what I think you might like. You just woke up, right?
Yes, I did.
Say no more. She rushes to the back. In a few minutes, she comes back on a very, very pretty little platter with a very beautiful little coffee cup. Coffee filled to the brim of it with little, what you would think would be the little packets of sugar. No, this is in a nice little bowl of its own with, it looks like, kind of like a little gravy bowl, but it was actually filled with creamer. She sets it down and she goes to pour. So and she begins pouring. Right now it's just French vanilla. It's all we got for right now. Supplies have been really lackluster lately. Finishes pouring. She puts in a couple of scoops of sugar and starts stirring for you. Can I get you anything else before I have to go take care of them?
No, that'll be all. Thank you.
Okay. She zips right back onto her tables. Essence,
Yes.
what shall you be doing?
Well, Essence is gonna stay in her room and do a live stream to her fans to let everyone know that she is safe and fine.
After that very frightful experience from the night prior.
Oh yes, she milked it hard, telling her followers, "It's like I am safe," and it's such a shame that this happens to women all the time in the world. But but no one should be afraid to go out. So at the club tonight, it will be half all drinks for all the ladies because we need to stick together.
Let's. For you, go ahead and roll your manipulation. What's your social media?
Manipulation, social media. Maybe all black dice. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I got I rolled 5 dice. All 5 has onks.
You milked it up, and all of your fans absolutely believe you, sending
God.
all of their support, their love, their condolences.
Thank
any
you.
any links that you have, any PayPal, Venmo, anything like that, you just got donation after donation.
Thank you, username Boo Boo Queen. Thank you, Travis69. Oh my god, thank you so much. Your donations won't go to rest. I promise 50% of donations will be donated to a lot of charities to protect women.
They just absolutely eat it up. And in between all that, your phone does begin to buzz and go off.
It's like, oh shit, no.
You look at it?
Yeah, look at it.
You recognize the name. You got yourself Casio.
Oh shit. In the middle of live.
It's an actual phone call. Do you answer or do you let it go to voicemail?
Alright, she'll end the live stream and then answers.
And as you answer, Essence, are you okay? I just saw what happened.
Yeah, I'm fine. Like, it wasn't too much. I could defend myself.
I should have just walked on with you. I'm so sorry. I should have been
It's like,
you can tell he's just beating himself.
Like, don't blame yourself. Yeah, like, I just lived around the corner. No need for everyone to make a hoopla about it.
I know, and I know you're very strong, and it with just everything that's going on, I just thought you.
It's
I
not your
just
fault.
I know you're doing a lot. I know you can't come by, but will you at least promise me you'll just let me know you're okay?
Of course, I'll text you. I'll tell you I'm safe and sound. Currently, I'm just staying at a hotel, waiting for a big event, so I'm surrounded by people and protection.
Okay.
I appreciate
Alright.
you calling me. Wasn't expecting that.
Of course. You're my really good friend. I have to at least try, you know?
And it's like, and I appreciate it. You are a really good friend.
He just quietly laughs on the other end. Just a very, very shaky, relaxed, relieved laugh. Okay. Let me know how the meeting goes, and I'll talk to you soon. Are we still up for Sunday?
Yes, we are. Now go get some rest. I know you have a test coming up soon.
I will, and thanks. And he'll hang up.
Boop.
Boop! Alrighty. Let's see. Sam, you're at the bar. Rochelle, you're at the coffee. Alright, and you just got back? Cuddle?
Thank goodness. That was a lot. A lot of walking.
Thank goodness.
But I needed these books.
It was worth the
All those
sacrifice.
good books. All them words. Now, after hearing how many, not a lot of people came in, you had those one or two really vulgar, are you serious confessions. But it's done. It's over with. You don't have to deal with it for the rest of the night. You can just go back and relax.
Alright. Sweet. So I'm in the lobby right now, or I'm in my room?
You're just entering the lobby.
Sweet. Do I notice anything weird in the lobby? Can I roll for that?
Yes. Go ahead and roll for your awareness. Your intelligence plus your awareness.
I have 2 crits. Holy crap.
Ooh.
I dropped the dice.
Whose soul you're staring into?
You notice 2 things. One, you see Alan very much catering to another guest. Just like, he doesn't acknowledge your presence like you would expect him to, with how attentive, and despite your recent misgivings with him, you would have expected him to at least greet you. But his focus is completely on one person. And this person, very, very beautiful. A very elegant sort of individual. She's carries herself with pride and purpose. She sort of, in a way, reminds you of Essence with how she carries herself in with that pride, but as well as a very sensual matter. But her words are very, very, very well educated, as she's been around the block for a while. And has given Alan a run for his money. You come up towards the tail end of that conversation. Yes, your room. Yes, we got your room ready. I'm so sorry it took this long. He wanted to, at first, divert the blame to the newbie, Miss Abbey, of course, but he recorded himself. And I do apologize. I will be holding her accountable. Please, and then he waved a couple of his staff members over to help carry this woman's bags. And she just follows herself up the stairs with them, and quickly turns immediately to Abbey, who this time you notice, just like very faintly glimmer of her eyes, she actually looks guilty, remorseful. And he's just scolding her. Just between the two of them, they're trying to keep the conversation low. But from every little bit you can hear, he sounds very, very done with her. Before he turns his attention back to you. Oh, Casimir, I'm so sorry. Did you just get back?
I guess I did.
Is there
Who was
anything else?
that individual?
A very, very important guest. I wasn't expecting her for another day, but she just she just came in, and we are to treat her with the utmost of respect.
I see. You seem very unlike yourself, Alan. And our poor... You're gonna have to help me with her name. Staff
This
girl's
one was
name.
Abbey.
Abbey. Abbey and Alan. Alright. Abbey seems a little worried as well. Is there anything I can help you with? I know we're staying here as guests, but
There isn't much that I can say to my guests, but he waves you over. So it's just you two. Do not get in her way. She is going to be meeting with a few individuals soon enough, but she has to wait. And then he comes in, voice even lower, the Camarilla. Do not interfere with them until it is time. She is already very upset with a certain individual, and his glare immediately turns to Abbey, who from the night before would have been playing on her phone or computer, but this time actually has her head down, immediately just anxiously playing with her fingers, just picking at them. Some of them, you can tell like some of her fingers are bleeding from how badly she's just picking at them. We already have our hands full because of it. But please, will you let your friends know, be on their best behavior?
of course, Alan, I will let the others know immediately. I don't mean to trouble you, but you already had those candle holders. I don't want to make any more trouble.
Oh, no. Every guest is of my top priority. We were able to get the candle holders.
All right.
We were able to get them. They will be in your room within the hour.
Thank you. And I'm going to have him leave or look like he's leaving, if this is possible, and then go around the corner and use, I think it's hidden presence, to kind of watch Abbey. I want to see what she does when she's alone, or what she has to say.
In this moment, when Alan sees you turn the corner, And he waits a few minutes. Like feels like a few minutes is a few moments. When he feels you have gone, he turns his attention immediately to Abbey. And this very well-mannered, kind, charismatic man immediately face has grown stone cold and stern. You're on your final warning. It should be immediate termination. I'm giving you this final chance. Do not fuck this up. And he goes straight into his office. For Abbey, she just, once she has the courage, longingly looking at him before she looks around, making sure no one is watching, no one is around. She glances towards where the front door lobby would be. Seeing nobody coming by, stands up and goes the other way.
I'm gonna follow her.
You're gonna follow her?
I'm gonna follow her.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna follow her.
Is there anything else you wish to do?
She's gonna enjoy her another cigarette for the time being, and then I guess proceed downstairs carefully.
Okay.
Her room.
You're gonna go to your room? Okay. On your way back to your room, you get this weird, distinct impression that you're being followed. You can't quite shake it, but every time you turn around, no one's there. But it's always on the back of your mind.
Can I smell the presence or no?
Let's see. Let's see what we can do for that. You wouldn't have been able to if it wasn't the very distinct impression of expensive cologne rushing past your sinuses, just like for the splittest of moments. It's a very earthy cologne, but just as quickly as it came, it goes away.
She's gonna go after it.
You're searching around. You're looking. In every corner you turn, every hall you track down, you can't quite find it. You can't quite pin it again. And it wasn't until you bumped right into Alan before, like, you snap out of that sort of a hunt mode. He's like, Miss Hedges, are you okay? He's like much taller than you, so you just kind of like run into his chest. But for him, it's just like, are you okay?
Oh, Southern Hills. Yes, I'm fine. Totally fine. I just forgot where my room was.
Oh, well, that's the case. You were room 350.
350? Where are we?
You're on,
It looks so...
you're on the 5th floor right now.
Oh! One floor down? Oops. She's gonna go to the stairs.
Gonna go right to the stairs. He watches. He makes sure that you actually go right to the stairs before he carries on with his business. Do you head back into your room?
We're gonna head back to my room. I'm gonna put a mental note. 5th floor, somewhere in the 5th floor.
And that distinct, earthy cologne smell. For you, you're just finishing up your coffee when you suddenly get a buzz. Another buzz. Another buzz. It's a phone call from your mom.
Oh God. Okay. I of course answer it. Hey, Mom. What's up?
Hi, honey. Are you at school right now? I'm sorry. I just didn't know if you came home last night. Well, not last night, this morning. I've been working all day.
Yeah. No, and I just got out of class and I'm grabbing dinner.
Okay. Would you like me to get dinner with you? It'll be my treat. I know you've been working really hard.
No, that's okay. I know that bills have been tight this month. I'm just gonna go get some dinner with some friends.
Oh, okay. But was there anything you wanted to talk about?
What do you mean?
Well, call it a mother's intuition, but you seem different. Maybe it's just me being overly worried with everything, but you just seem a little more distant than usual.
No, Mom, really, it's just, the stress from school and everything and having to switch to my night classes. It's nothing really.
Okay. Just let me know if you want to talk and have fun at dinner.
All right. Yep. Love you, Mom. Gotta go.
Love
Bye.
you. As you hang up, you get that, okay, love you.
It's not even my real mom, and I feel bad about her.
The most supportive figure right now in your life, and it's just like,
I'm sorry, I gotta lie to you, Mom. But after hanging up on her mom, Rochelle's just gonna kind of put her head in her hands and be like, God, what do? And then she's gonna get up and leave where she was at and start wandering around the hotel just so she can think.
you're noticing, while it's really hard for you to point and pick it out, you're beginning to noticing there are some more beings than just simple humans and mortals. You're beginning to see, though it was difficult, you think that might be a fellow kinder. They're just now coming in while a staff member is helping their luggage. It's just one instead of an entourage. One of them, one that you think is a kinder, she appears very mellowed out, faced, almost just longingly looking ahead. Well, you're not quite sure if human or kinder. This gentleman is taking up the reins and helping guide her along. As they pass you, she slowly turns and stares at you. You decide your fate. Before being ushered back along, heading upstairs towards the rooms. and cuddle. At this point, you're following little Abbey along. And she's just going from this very sort of remorseful. Now she just seemingly shifted her behavior a little bit. She's being a little shifty, a little sus. And she continues to keep an eye out, just looking back and forth. And as she goes, you see her come to a door. She peeks around, left, right, before using her employee key to unlock the door. She comes back in. She goes into the office. She carefully closes it behind her, leaving it ajar just enough to hear if anybody's coming in.
Do I have any other ability? I don't think I have any right now that can help me other than to just keep an eye on her and just kind of get as close as I can to the crack and watch and see what she's doing. I want to find out if she is a fellow kindred too, if that is possible. I don't know.
She is very human.
She's very
Oh.
Ew, humans.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
There goes my food for the night. Okay. Let's continue. I'm gonna watch her.
Alrighty.
She's not a very sneaky human.
As sneaky as she can be. You see her kneeling down right next to the safe. She begins entering the combination. She messes with it just for a minute before she finally opens the door up. Reaches in, pulls out some of the money, stuffs it in one of her pockets, getting up and starting to head for the door.
I'm gonna step out of her way so she can walk on past me. But I'm gonna, if I can, if she's just like kind of walking, can I almost like put my hand on the door and kind of go in there?
Like you want to quickly sneak in?
Yeah, I kind of want to just do a drive-by and get in.
And she goes. As she finishes going, you sneak on by. She closes the door. And hear a click. A lock. Now walk on by.
I had a feeling I would be locked in here.
What shall you do?
This is Alan's office? Sweet. Okay. I want to see if I can find out any paperwork or any information on the fellow Camarilla that are here. Any information on any other kindred that are here. I don't really care about like the treasures or anything. And exactly what does the office look like? Is it just a square office? There's no like windows or anything?
Oh, it's a very, very pretty looking office. Like, very fit. Very fit for a vampire of his prestige.
Kid prestige.
The furniture is very modern, dark, with dark wooden aesthetics, and is a very well-kept, neat, and clean office, much like how he keeps his hotel. Beautiful, clean, pristine.
Dark,
okay.
hot.
I'm going to try to be very not messy in here then. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
If you get messy, just blame it on Abbey.
Right?
So for you,
I want to find out, if I can, any information on kindred that are here, what their clans are, and that's about it.
okay. So as far as paperwork goes, there's not a whole lot. A lot of it's been filed away, locked behind a key. Little lock and filing cabinet with a key. Some information is password protected by the computer. But you still have 2 letters that are on his desk. And one looking very much like the letter you received. Except not so much as asking for help. It's more of explaining that we are arriving. You will cater to your guests as you would us. In time, you have 2 names that are signed on it. One Hayden, another Beatrix.
What were they again? Beatrice and what?
Beatrix, Eeatrix, and Caden, Caden.
Caden and Beatrix. And there's no other information about, like, the coterie that I came with, like, the rest of the party or anything. There's nothing like that laying out saying what kind of clans they are or anything.
Not for them, but the other letter that was on there. This particular letter was not by the Camarilla. This letter, as you're reading it, these are a group acting on their own. But they're acting on their own on behalf of the Camarilla, if that makes sense. They're independently trying to catch their attention. This letter, very desperate. But also signed. You have Emilia. You have Emilia. You're gonna have, there he is, Danilio. One more, but he does not go by name. Emilia, it's like they are talking about her in high regard. They're speaking of her as the Oracle will solve your problem.
What?
Okay.
What is
He's
it,
gonna
please?
put these letters back down. And I'm going to take was I able to see what her combination on that lock was?
It was a little too far out of the way. The angle that you were at and where the safe is. The safe just sits. You're walking into the office. The desk would face the office, basically as if he will forever stand and be the one at attention. Surrounding it are also some bookshelves, some other little knickknacks and drawers just to kind of keep things organized. Where the safe is at the edge of the desk, but it's facing away. So you can
Okay.
see that she moved her arm when she was entering it in. You can tell like she had to use a very broad, distinct combination, but nothing that could quite give you an exact number.
Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna do a few things here, and I'm probably gonna get hungry after I do this. I want to prick my finger or slice it open either on one of my pages, and I just want to cut open my finger.
Okay.
And I want to start using another ability. And I haven't decided if I want to be nosy and see what's in that safe, if it was just money, or if I just want to leave the room with it. I think I'm just going to leave the room. Because I'm guessing maybe it's just something dumb like money, and I don't care about money. So.
Okay.
But I am going to use my blood and kind of paint it a little bit. Just like so it's not on the edge, but like where, like seep it into where the lock would be. Does that make sense? Like between the like door hinges?
Oh, like you're trying to leave through the main door.
Yeah, like to get out. But I want to be like not where the actual like I don't want to put it on like the door handle or anything. I want to like get it in between the cracks.
Okay. So you're doing your best. You're drawing your finger along the edge, the blood beginning to seep into the hinges. When you hear the clicking of a doorknob and the key turns, the door handle turns and begins to open.
Oh shit. Should I just go invisible now in this moment? Can I do that?
You're gonna hold it?
Damn, it's too late. Okay. I'm gonna step to the side. And I'm gonna like open my book and just be like, I'm already here. Wait, can I use a different ability or no? Is it too late for me to use the other one?
What were you thinking?
I was going. Oh shit! I'm gonna be right there in the way. If I do that, I was gonna use not hidden presence or cloak of whatever the frick it is. It's. Let me go down. No, not all specs, but it might be that. It's the one where if I don't move, I won't be seen. Or if I don't bring attention to me, I won't be seen. But it's the one that I'm not allowed to freely be unseen.
Okay.
If I just like freeze.
Okay. So as you're frozen there, Essence, what do you do? What are you up to? Are you still speaking to your beloved fans?
Now she ended that when Cassio called. She ordered some good old room service. Yes, good old cinnamon pools.
Yes.
So I can stay in character and eat this.
Yes. Alrighty.
But
So you order your room service. You're half expecting Alan to be walking in with the dishes when it wasn't. It was another one of the girls. They come in. Are you doing, Miss Essence? She sets your dish down.
like, I'm doing lovely now that my food's here. Appreciate the great service.
Of course, of course. Is there anything I can get you before I go.
No, I think that's it. Do you know when the Carmillas are gonna arrive? Do you know? I know it's a loaded question, but I was curious.
She leans in. You can tell she is human, but when she comes in, she's making sure she gets close enough, respectfully close enough, so she can whisper. Gets up, looks back behind her to make sure nobody is back right there. The door is still open. And supposedly, the other two are coming today.
Thank you.
Is there anything else?
No, I think that'd be it for now. Thank you so much for the information.
She goes quickly, looking right to left before she closes her door. But as she's closing it, you faintly catch a shadow running by.
Well, obviously, she will set her food down to go investigate.
You get up, you go to the door. You burst it open. You carefully. What would you like to do?
She's gonna try to look left and right to see if she can see the shadow or can feel the shadow.
You do see the shadow
Okay.
at the very end of the hall, making a sharp left and dashing.
Oh, I'm about to do another chase scene. She's ready. She's a runner. She's a track star.
As you go, begin your sprint. And the door opens for you, Cuddle. Alan comes in, rifling through some paperwork, and he freezes. Relaxes his shoulders. I figured you might break in at some point.
And then he's gonna just turn around and be like, well, hello! Like, I'm assuming he's talking to me, so.
Yep. You should get that taken care of. You might be getting hungry.
Yes, it seems I would be getting hungry. But the food that you guys have here is quite hard for me, well, to request.
And why is that?
He's just gonna be really quiet and stare at him for a good minute. Just blank, dead stare at him.
I see.
And then he's gonna go, Abbey, that individual. I would consider watching her a little bit more carefully, and then he's going to just leave. Because he knows, oh god, he knows he's getting hungry too, so he should probably want to be nowhere near Alan when I'm hungry.
Hold it.
Oh. Someone's in trouble.
How much did you read?
Oh, are you asking for him?
Yeah.
Okay, Casimir. How much should I read? Enough to know names.
How many
Tell me,
names?
Alan. I know I'm a lot, older, and I know you know that I know how this game works. So let's just be completely honest with each other. The Camarilla are here, aren't they? They've been here for a while, haven't they?
Are you referring to them as my guests? Or in the city?
As your guess.
Miss Beatrix arrived. I'm assuming you saw her. Cadrin and Baldric are expected to arrive tonight, if they haven't already.
Now, is that your city's prince? Either one of them?
Mm. She is expected to show if we fail. If you fail, we don't want her to show.
I see.
Cannot show that enough.
I don't intend to fail, as I have my own goals. I'm pretty sure you're aware.
I am aware that I'm sure you have an ulterior motive for coming here. Of that is none of my business. They did not disclose. It's none of my business.
Well,
But
when the Camarilla are ready, I'm sure the others will be ready as well. It seems like they don't want to be disturbed quite yet. For whatever reason.
no, as Miss Beatrix explained, is observing. Observing what? I don't know yet. But, unfortunately, my cameras cannot track them, so that information is lost to me.
Well,
for you, there are not going to be that many willing donors for what you want. I hope you know that.
you think you can maybe find me a willing donor? I mean, I would hate to not be able to perform my duties and for the prince to show up.
We have a couple solutions. You will have that answer tonight. For now, please stay out of trouble. And check on your friends before they can make more trouble.
But you really want me to go check on everybody? Damn it! Not when I'm hungry? Okay.
You will have your donor within the next couple of hours.
Okay. Alright. And he's just gonna bow down and say, as my God, as my witness, I promise I will go check on the others. And then he's just gonna leave. Gotta go find the others. And try to be good.
Yes, please be good.
Anyone want to be a donor?
I have some disciples to get rid of if you really want one.
That's terrifying.
I got
Does
3
he
of
want
them.
to?
Alrighty. So with you leaving Cuddle, Essence begins following the shadow.
Mm-hmm.
You follow the shadow, climbing up the stairs at first, making another right, and a left. You're looking all around, you're trying to catch anything you can of the shadow. You're wandering. You turn the next corner, then you and Casimir bump into each other.
He was like,
Miss.
"Is I following you? Or are you the shadow?"
I'm not exactly sure what you are talking about, but
I'm gonna
I
say
am
no.
so glad I found you.
Well, she would pull him along. I was like, "Come on, we gotta find a shadow real quick."
What? He's gonna, like, try to, like, stop her, like, clinchingly stop her, because he's also hungry, and, like, push, like, back her away. I need my space. I'm sorry, Miss Essence. Where are the others?
I do not know. We gotta walk and talk before we lose the shadow.
I think we need to find the others first. It's a little bit more important that we find them and make sure everybody is being well behaved. What shadow are you talking about?
I can show it to you if we walk and talk. This direction. She starts walking. Hopefully he follows. We can keep talking, so we need to behave. I do know the Camarilla are here, though.
Oh, great. So you know they're here.
Oh, yeah, I asked one of the maids.
One of the maids knows?
I think this whole hotel knows. You know Alan wants everyone to be in the best behavior. We don't want another Abbey.
Yes, Abbey is quite a unique individual.
Very unique. You gonna eat her? Nothing?
No. She's not, exactly my type right now. I mean, I can.
Oh, you have a type.
Get what you
What kind
get.
of type?
What kind of type do you like?
No, I asked you first. Goes back to book.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to tell you, since, he's going to, like, carefully, like, show her this book, Twilight. I went and seen my, I'm here for missionary work. I'm not just here because the Camarilla sent me, but, Miss Sophia let me borrow, this book, and then he shows her the Twilight book.
Oh, light reading.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have a riveting time with that. But you just
She told me Jacob or Edward, so which one do you favor?
Well, if I tell you that, it may give you an biased opinion.
a man like me, I would never have a biased opinion.
Personally, I'm Team Alice, and you'll know why when you read it.
Oh, there's more than one team besides just those two?
Yeah, they like to limit it to the men, but women wants to get involved too.
I see. Well, I think that this book will hopefully show me what you younger kindred are like these nowadays, and he's gonna put it in his robe carefully away and a pat on it, be happy, and hold out his other book. Do you think the others are in their rooms?
I highly doubt it, and also, are we not gonna go back to the original question I asked you?
And what was that?
What was your type? I'll tell you. Tell me yours. I'll tell you mine.
I don't think it's a very good idea for me to be telling you my type, since we are on the same team. He's just gonna continuously walking. Where's the shadow? We need to find the others. Or your shadow. One or the other.
Does the essence feels the presence of the shadow in case you find anything?
No. As quickly as it came, it left. The moments you and Casimir collided.
Thank you.
Any trace of it.
Thank you,
vanished.
Cassie.
So, no shadow. Maybe we should go look for the others then.
Fine. Let me just change first. She just unties her robe and just takes it off.
And he's gonna be like...
She has clothes. I have clothes under it.
I know, but it's still not very nice for a man to watch a woman
Just men.
get decent.
Just keep a stepping. Let's go.
No.
Like, you have a type. You've seen the women. You're fine. I was like, if you're hungry, that means the other two has to be hungry too. I went to this restaurant.
Do you think that maybe they're at one of the restaurants?
Yes. Well, it's a good place to start. There's not a lot of places to go in this hotel unless they left like you did.
You don't think they left?
Rochelle is lost in the world. I highly doubt she wants to leave a few feet apart from us. And Rein, I don't know yet. We'll see.
All right. Well, what restaurant should we look for first?
Well, there's one upstairs I remember reading from the brochure, and there's one on the ground floor, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes.
Cool. We're gonna go to the one on the ground floor.
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna wait on you guys. Rochelle. So you're leaving, you're wandering out, you're trying to recollect yourself, center yourself back down, waking up after that nice little cup of coffee. It didn't do as much as you were hoping. Your human side is still fading away. It's retained some of its ability to absorb caffeine. So while you're waking up, rubbing the sleep from your eyes, you turn a corner and you catch sight of an individual. This man, very well dressed, very clean cuts, as if you think that Alan's presentation is everything. This man takes it a step further.
Ooh.
He's just standing there. He seems to be waiting for someone, for something. But then he turns and he notices you staring. He takes a moment, looks you up and down, and a small glint of realization comes to his eye, and walks up and greets you. You must be Rochelle, I take it.
That depends on who's asking.
I see you're still not well educated in our customs yet.
You're kindred. Is that the
I
right
am.
word?
Yes.
Proves the point.
Yeah. How much have you been taught?
Well, just recently I knew what kindred was, because some friends of mine from last night told me.
Good. Good. Let's see. It is a little bit early, but I think we should meet up with your friends. And he holds out his arm to you. Shall we go find your friends?
I still don't know your name.
I am Caden.
Okay, Caden. And she takes his hand.
As you're going along with it, he begins to escort you up the stairs. And we go right back to you, Cuddle, you and Essence. Where do you go first? You go to the ground floor, right?
Yes.
Alrighty. Sam, where are you?
I believe she was still heading to her room.
Let's see. You went from the 5th and you were on the 3rd floor. Okay. Go ahead and roll an intelligence plus awareness, Sam.
What's 3?
Alright. It's faint. Very faint. But you catch that very earthy, cologne-like aroma. It just hits you again. And this time,
Wait. I
follow it towards the
didn't roll yet. Got a 6, a 5, and a 2.
We're on the ground floor. Sam is catching a whiff of that same cologne from earlier. And you go to follow it.
Mm-hmm.
You go to follow it. As you're running, you're bolting. You head right into Essence and Casimir.
Hey, Rein.
Good evening, Miss Rein.
Are you chasing a storm?
I wouldn't chasing, but yeah, suspicious. Felt like somebody watching over me,
Was
and
it a
I
shadow?
I
Yes.
can't. I don't see it, but I do smell it.
And I saw it. But we need to get Rochelle first before we start chasing. If we're all here, then who's watching the baby?
Oh my goodness.
She starts walking to the restaurant.
As you go, you guys head back towards the stairs. You're heading down. She's heading up. And with Caden, where she knows is Caden, his arm, and he guiding Rochelle up. He's just gently ushering her along before he notices you. I was like, oh, well, that was fast, wasn't it, Miss Rochelle?
Yeah. Just Rochelle. By the way.
I will try to accompany you that. Good evening. I am Caden.